Good evening, Gills fans. Welcome back to Gills in the Blood TV this evening with myself and this man, Boz. How are you, mate? You all right?
Yeah, how was your week away?
Eventful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looked interesting, lots of green grassy banks.
Pictures look lovely, didn't they? We'll leave it there. Just don't ask me about sandbanks. Anyway, plenty to get through.
Yeah, starting off with a negative as well.
And we do have a game as well, which is the positive, which we'll come to at the end. But yeah, unfortunately, we are going to have to start on a sad note, heartbreaking note, gut-wrenching note, whatever you want to call it. It's a dark day for football, especially in League One, and that's talking about this football club. Tuesday night, just after 11 PM, I think it was. Yeah. Everyone who follows lower league football or football in general got the confirmation via the EFL statement that unfortunately Bury Football Club is no more. They haven't met the deadlines that they were given. They didn't beat the deadline extension that they were given. Steve Dale, their owner, has not convinced anyone that he's got the funds to run the club.
Did you see the interview a day later?
No.
Where he said that he'd never been to Bury. Even though the football club
yeah,
in
I've
Bury.
seen that.
Just
scumbag.
How does
Absolute
he get possession
scumbag.
of it then?
Yeah, exactly. Said he'd have no problem walking away or something because he had no affinity to it. What an absolute... Well, we'll stick with scumbag because there might be children watching. But yeah, long story short is that he couldn't convince anyone that he had the funds. No one wanted to buy it. There was a deal with... I can't remember what they were called.
CVS, CNS, something like that.
Yeah, but eventually it fell through, what, an hour and 15 minutes before the 5 PM deadline?
Too late to get anything else.
And they basically said that the more and more they did the due diligence on the football club, there was just so many complexities that they decided to pull out. But you can't, obviously there's no blame attached to them. They've done their best, but you're not going to take on a business of any kind that you don't think is going to work. So,
well, again, going back to Steve Dale, I don't know if you saw, I think it was this morning or yesterday, 43 of the last 51 businesses that he's taken over.
Liquidated.
Yeah.
Similar percentage for Ken Anderson.
Yeah.
Who got banned from being a director for 8 years of any company, yet is somehow able to pass this fit and proper test, which quite frankly needs ripping up and putting in the bin because it's just
an Leeds one a couple of years ago. Was it Bassini?
Cellino. Bassini, or who was that? That was Bacchetti. That was was he? And then there was Bacchetti, was Leighton Orient. He was a lunatic and all. And he the one that kicked Andy Hessenthaler.
Yeah. You
might as well just turn up with like this bit of paper that says,
"Yeah, you go, look,
I want to buy your club.
10 million, I'll take it."
And they go, "Yeah," because that's how pathetic this fit and proper test is.
It's sad seeing. I know you follow Sam Hoddy at Bury Me in Exile on Twitter. Some of the stuff he was retweeting from other fans, like saying thanks for the memories and pictures like down the years. It's
grim. It's so grim.
Sad.
It's something that you can't imagine. You can see it. I mean, obviously, 95, 96, we were bought out by Paul Scally for £1, the same sum that Steve Dale bought Bury for not 9 months ago. But Gills came pretty close. But I was at an age then where I didn't really understand that, and I didn't want to understand it. But I think until it's actually taken away, no one can ever try and comprehend or understand what that's going to do to a community, because that's what it is. It's not just a football
again today,
club.
haven't they? But that's been rejected.
And it seems they're now going to have to start in, is it North Western Counties League or something, which is like step 6. Wimbledon done it.
Totally rebuilding, isn't it?
Which is, you just hope someone can buy the stand and they have something to start with, some sort of basis and some sort of foothold to get going. I mean, like I've just said already, I'm not professing to know all the ins and outs, but as a football fan, it's horrendous. How has it come to this?
You hear of non-league clubs, and that's one thing, isn't it? But when it's an EFL club, and it's not all the EFL's fault. There's a lot of
no, granted, and we're not for 1 minute saying that.
But at the same time, they've got responsibility to the clubs in the EFL to do these proper tests.
Didn't they step in at Blackpool to some degree with the Oystons? I'm not really sure, but it's not the EFL's fault, obviously.
And to be fair, Steve Dale, as you said, is a scumbag.
Stuart Day before him, unfortunately, decided wanted to sell everyone the dream. I'm not sure he was a scumbag in that sense, but he clearly overspent and spent money that he didn't have.
Steve Dale knew the situation when he came in. He then lied about the money he had to keep the club going.
Yep.
And
I see Stephen Dawson was back on TalkSport this week saying he's had to put his house up for sale.
Yeah.
Did you listen to the one I retweeted? That Kate, that fan who's been going for 24 years for her dad.
No. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit sad.
Unless you've got Art of Stone, you can't help but well up. It's like us going to football every week for 25 years and then just going, you can't do that anymore. And as much as we moan, and we're not very good most of the time, we still get to go and watch Gillingham Football Club. But who is to blame? There's so many. That's the trouble, isn't there? You can't just apportion it to one. You have to look at the EFL to a degree, because their procedures quite clearly too easily to flunk.
Yeah, they clearly don't work. It's happened too many times.
You have to look at Stuart Day, because he come in and rumoured to be paying people 10 grand a week.
But I saw Beckford was on between 5 and 10. And
even 5 is monumental at that
level. It was the time
level.
when Chris Maguire was at Oxford, wasn't he? He was flying.
Yep.
They signed him. I think he was their big sign.
Beckford, there was Jay O'Shea.
Yeah. They had, on paper, they had a very good squad, didn't they? But a lot of us at the time, just people on social media saying, well, it's go up or bust for them. But none of us thought it would come to this.
No one thought it'd go up and then bust, I don't think.
No.
Tip of the iceberg, though, isn't it? I think it's not just these two, them and Bolton. There's plenty of others. If you look at Notts County, have dropped out of the football league. Ebbsfleet in the National League.
The day before, Southend are having similar issues. Macclesfield had issues at the start of the season.
Yeah, it seems to be predominantly small clubs in the northwest, where they're surrounded by your Liverpools and your Man Cities and your Man Uniteds. And another thing I don't buy into is the Premier League have got to help, and Premier League clubs have got to help. It's not up to them.
Not only is it not up to them, but if they do it for a Barrow,
then you've got to do it for everyone.
Exactly. Then what happens if it happens to us? Then I don't know, Charlton supposed to step in and help us?
Or do we go to the Premier League and say, can Tottenham help us because they're in London? You're basically just giving small clubs free rein to do what they like and get away with it.
That I don't agree with, but it's just
there has to be
situation.
some sort of revamp of everything to ensure this don't keep happening.
Somebody suggested to, I think it was Andy Holt, the acting chairman, that one of the big clubs could have just bought the club, but I'm sure there's rules and regulations around that.
I think there is, because you can't have owners that are so involved with two football
I'm sure
clubs.
Like Man City, someone said to it on Twitter the other day, they have clubs in different countries. I'm sure that's one in each country. That's not.
Yeah, they can't have more in the same league, I don't think.
And to be fair to Man City, if you believe what you read and what you hear, they were letting Bury use their training facilities for free up until end of last season.
And wasn't it the only pretence was that they had to keep it maintenance up, and they couldn't because they didn't have any staff. Yeah. So very sad state of affairs. Unfortunately, it's not the best subject to start on, but I thought we had to touch on it a little bit. And like you said, I listened to it, and I'm sure you have as well. The D3 D4 podcast that went out last night with James and Gabe and Chris. But more poignantly, I think
It's Peter, isn't it? Bury me in Excel.
Yeah, Peter Taylor. Should know that. Ex-Gills manager. I can't believe how level-headed he was when he was talking, to be quite frank. I tweeted at him as well, but I think he said he's been resigned to the fact for 5 months that this was coming. But that still doesn't make it right, and that still doesn't make it any easier. And I think people have sort of...
It doesn't help that Bolton seems to be given a stay of execution as well, which to me is just like, well, they're a bigger club.
I don't think it is, though, is it? Because, and I think Peter's tweeted that and said they've not been given special treatment. It's just that they're at a different stage along the process. So they're still being...
They have the same deadline as Bury. That's what was put out. So to me, you can't have one...
Oh, I thought they had this... I still thought they had this 14-day stage, or... Oh, I don't know then, but...
Sky Sports yesterday as well.
Jim White, and it grim on it, treating it like transfer deadline day, like some sort of glorified
circus.
Once the
deadline passed, because I put it on at 5:10, there's nothing on there.
Yeah, like that was it.
Yeah.
They'd got enough viewers in for their hour, and that was it, and then they just forgot about them. So anyway, let's move on to other stuff. Slightly more positive for us, and obviously more Gillingham related. 2 signings today. Tom O'Connor.
Don't know a lot about him.
Don't know anything about him.
Says he can play left back, so that's...
Well, I researched him and found him on Transfer Market, and it said he played central defensive midfield or centre back. Well. And then the Gills report said that he plays anywhere down the left-hand side. Now, I'm sure Steve Evans and Paul Rayner have looked at him and are fully aware that he does play there, so we'll go with that. So it looks like that's a left back / a left midfielder, so I don't think that's a bad signing. If he's anywhere as good as Alfie Jones that we've also got from Southampton, then we'll be all right.
A couple of people putting out that are we now Southampton's feeder club? You could pick worse clubs, haven't we?
I'm happy than that if they keep coming through like that, because Alfie Jones has been immaculate so far. The other one we know a bit more about, obviously from his time at Luton, and a brief loan spell with us about 7 years ago.
I remember him being rubbish for us.
A few people have said that, but he was a kid, wasn't he? He was like 20, I think. So, but he played like 85, 90 games over 2 seasons with Luton before joining Hearts.
After us, he went to Barnet. I think he was Birmingham for a while, playing regularly in the Championship, so he's got to have something about him.
His brother's Elliot, who's still at Luton, isn't he, as well? And both are the sons of Newcastle legend Rob Lee. Yeah, so I think that looks a decent enough signing. And hopefully that's going to create give us some
I
more
haven't seen
creativity.
the exact stats, but I'm sure over a recent season or two we've heard about assists and goals. And
I think he scored about 15 over 2 seasons with Luton in League Two, and he's probably got 5-10 assists as well, So
interesting as well, seeing the Hearts fans' reports, they'd rather have kept him and got rid of Sean Clare. And why have taken Sean Clare?
I'd have either, to be fair.
I'd happily take Sean Clare.
Sean Clare was
back.
brilliant for us, yeah. So
Thought he'd done well for him last season, but there's quite a few reports.
Picked up an
today,
injury as well,
people
though,
saying
didn't
they'd
he?
rather get rid of him.
strange one.
Yeah.
Difficult. Don't really get a lot
I don't have
of
a lot of
Scottish Premier League
interest in
news.
Scottish football, no.
But
But yeah, it sounds promising.
yeah, I think
On
out of the
paper.
two, obviously he's the one that we know more about. Thomas O'Connor will clearly come with potential, and like I say, if he's anywhere near as good as Alfie Jones, we've probably
The
got
good thing is with
a decent
O'Connor
signing.
is we say that he's unproven and whatnot, but he doesn't have to come straight into the team because Barry Fuller's been playing well.
Yeah, and if he's going to play further forward, or I think they said he can play left side of a centre back as well.
Yeah,
So
that
that
that made me wonder if we might be changing system. Could we potentially go to a back 3/5?
I'm not sure.
Because Ogilvie for me is your left-sided centre half.
Yeah, I'd imagine
He
he's
can
the
cover
first
left back.
choice. Yeah, and he's going to cover all three other positions. So versatility is always key in it. I mean, you don't want him to be playing every position on the pitch and not nailing down a position at all. But one person who is our player and has been our player for a while and has been our player before leaving and coming back and
He was
being our
player of the
player.
season last season.
He was our player of the season. You probably guessed who it is, but he's going to be in focus right now. .200 club appearances for Mr. Barry Fuller, the Duracell bunny, the ageless, the Benjamin Button of our football team. 35 years old, 200 games over 2 spells, been promoted, been captain. What else is there to say?
Just doesn't seem to stop, does he?
He should get a mention in our subject for this week's podcast, which if you've not checked out, go and have a look on Facebook and Twitter and get
We are
involved,
back next
because
week.
this week's subject is superheroes. Players so good they could wear a cape and their pants over their shorts. There's a little plug for Stocky.
He does that a lot.
Who, me or him?
No, Stocky, not even him.
But there's not much more you can say about him. Ageless, relentless, as fit
The
as a
fact
fiddle.
that Steve has brought in a lot of new signings and Fuller still one of the first names on the team sheet.
And said that he wanted to play left-footed left back at left back.
Yeah.
He's not doing that. So there's a reason for that. Whether Bradley Garmston's injured, out of favour or whatever, Barry Fuller's doing enough
It doesn't look
right.
good for Garmston, does it?
Unfortunately not. But in terms of Barry, there's plenty of memories, isn't there? I mean, last season, Doncaster first goal, 45 yards, whatever it was.
The playoff winning
Bouncing
season.
bomb.
Yeah. The playoff winning season, he was
Yeah,
outrageous.
that's the big one, isn't it? Lifting that
That
playoff
was such
trophy as
a
captain.
settled back four that season.
Yeah, Stimpson brought in quite a few with him from non-league, didn't he? And to be fair, he got quite a lot of them right. There was a couple that didn't really work
Stuart
out.
Fergus didn't work out. Leroy Griffiths was good in the warm-up, but awful on the pitch.
No, he was one that's good in a warm-up.
Adam Miller was a bit hit and miss.
Yeah, he done all
I
right.
actually liked
Done
him,
all
a lot
right.
of people didn't. John
But
Nutter
yeah,
was decent.
I'd say Barry Fuller's probably, well, in
He's
terms
a
of what he's
standout
achieved
of them,
since,
yeah.
he's been the one that's provided the most longevity and
He's the only one that's stayed in the league as long.
promoted as captain with Wimbledon as well out of League Two, so he knows what he's doing.
Captain at Barnet as well, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. Was that when he got a
Yeah,
contract
on
back
the
there
other
after he'd been
thing.
injured, didn't he? I think, yeah. But yeah, congratulations to Mr. Fuller on 200 club appearances. Let's hopefully by the end of the season he'll be somewhere near 250.
I was just going to say, I hope you're not going to say here's to the next 200 because
I don't know if he'd make
Yeah,
that. I
why
don't know. I
not?
know he's as fit as a fiddle, but that'd be pushing it. Anyway, we do, on a more positive note, after starting with Bury, have a game at the weekend.
we weren't sure about that 2 days ago, were we?
No, we weren't. Bolton were saved last night by Sporting Ventures, or that's probably completely wrong.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Am I?
I think Sporting Ventures rings a bell.
We'll go with that then. We'll roll with that. But they were saved. That's the main thing. Been bought out now. So the only punishment now and sort of restriction they're under is the points deduction.
Yeah.
Oh, and there might be some retrospective punishment because they didn't fulfil a fixture and they've still not been punished for fulfilling a championship game last
Yeah,
season.
their last game was Brentford, I think, last season.
But I think if you're a Bolton fan, the main thing is
You
you've
take
still
the
got a
positives,
football
don't
club.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you take the fine or the points deduction further. They're probably thinking we're getting relegated this season. So anything else would be a bonus, but you can still go to, I was going to say the Reebok or Burnden Park,
it
but
the
it's not
Macron
any of them
now,
now,
is
is it?
it?
I'm not even sure it's the Macron Stadium anymore.
I remember it's a lovely stadium.
I remember Burnden Park. Whatever it is, they can go there and watch. In terms of form, it's impossible to sort of gauge. We've obviously only played 4 league games because of the Bury situation, so we've taken 2 points from 12. Bolton have got a point that leaves them on -11, which was a very creditable draw at Coventry. They've lost their last 2 games, shipping 5, but they've basically played 80%
You can't read
children.
anything into that.
And fair play to them. Fair play to them. And I do
hope.
hope that the EFL, if they've got anything about them, don't punish them too heavily for. What was it they said? That they postponed their own game to protect the welfare of their youth players.
I'm not sure if I understand that totally.
I can understand Darren Moore come out and said he was frustrated, the Doncaster manager, but sure, if it was the shoe was on the other foot, I think he'd appreciate that they have got to try and look after these kids.
At the same time, he was probably thinking what a lot of our fans were thinking last week was if they're playing the kids, we got a shout, yeah.
Boost the goal difference, hopefully get 3 points, which is, without being horrible, was probably what we were all thinking.
This is the thing, yeah. Like, my first thought last night was, they're going to start bringing in players now.
Well, I tweeted, didn't I? Wednesday, Bolton get taken over. Thursday, Bolton announced loads of signings. Saturday, we pick which one scores the winner in the last minute.
It looks like they're going to be making signings tomorrow, doesn't it?
Whether they get in loads, I'm not sure. So there might still be a few of these youngsters, but I think they've only got 2 or 3 senior players left.
And 2 of them goalkeepers, aren't they?
Yeah, and the other one's the club captain, isn't it? Lee.
What's his name?
Crop.
No.
Am I making that up?
Is it Jason Lowe? Is he there now?
I was going to say that's the one. Yeah. Don't know what I was going on about.
I know they signed a couple of, not necessarily senior, but lots of James Weir, didn't that start season? He's ex-Hull Man United. He's got to be 22, 24.
Well, also Steve Evans has said in today's Midway Messenger somewhere that he knows they've got people lined up if they were being taken over.
Yeah,
so yeah,
but at the same time, fingers crossed for us. Hopefully 1 or 2 of them have now.
So if you do anything decent this week, EFL, just slow down with the registration process.
So maybe they've just, there might be players on that list, but they've waited.
You'd imagine
so
a load
long
more will come in next week. Yeah, or it'll all happen after Saturday.
But yeah, the important thing is we've got a game and they've still got a club.
Exactly, yeah. So it ends on a slightly more positive one. The 2 names I had mentioned were Gary O'Neill was apparently going back in and Kevin Nolan was being bandied about as new manager.
I've seen that, and I've seen tonight Jack Hobbs.
Penny for the thoughts of Phil Parkinson, who quit 2 nights ago, or 4 nights ago. And now...
Just being fair play to him for hanging on as long as he did.
Hadn't been paid for 5 months. I think he was on Sky Sports on that debate the other night and said that it was just absolutely ridiculous. But in terms of us, team news, no Gabriel Zakwani still.
Right.
The only other one I wasn't sure with, if you've seen his Instagram story this week, is Hussein Cisse.
I was going to say he's put a lot on Instagram.
Something, and I read the translation, seems that his mum's quite poorly.
Obviously, I
something about she's had to have emergency surgery. I mean, I can't talk French, so, well, I can talk French like Del Boy, but I can't talk proper French. So if your mum is poorly used, then obviously best wishes to her and take your time, because I think we've learned that there are other things that are more important than football. I mean, football is very important to plenty, but family health and stuff like that would obviously come above that. So I'd imagine he might not be involved. But
we have a ready-made replacement, don't we?
Don't adjust your sets. Matty Willock is fit, apparently. Played
there
60 minutes.
There is still a day to go. Give it time.
I don't mean like I'd want to date him. I mean, he played 60 minutes in the week against Brighton and it will be involved. It's been confirmed by Paul Rayner, so I wouldn't start him.
No, I wouldn't.
So team news. Team selection. I'd keep the back 5 the same.
Yeah, I don't think the back 5 changes.
I'd keep Alfie Jones and Mark Byrne and Stuart O'Keefe in the middle. Especially if Cisse's not going to be available.
I think against Blackpool last week, O'Keefe was probably as good as I've seen him, and his set piece was really good that night.
I've changed it up slightly. I've made a couple of changes up front.
I've made one up front as well.
I've brought Michael and Jolly into the starting 11. I've kept Alex Jacobi at the other side, and I've brought Michael Mandron in for Brandon Hanlon. I think just give Brandon, an hour out the spotlight. He's worked hard. He's not done anything wrong. And Mika scored 2 in a week in the behind closed doors game. So substitutes bench: Joe Walsh. I've put that Tom O'Connor on there if he can play left back, centre back, and midfield. I might have to take one off because I did have Mark Marshall, Regan Charles Cook, Matty Willock, Elliot List, and Brandon Hanlon, but I think Ollie Lear probably go on there as well now.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be one of.
For me, Marshall drops out.
Either one of the wingers, List or Marshall, or one of the 2 of Charles Cook or Willock.
So it depends on Charles Cook, 'cause he went off, didn't he, on Saturday?
Yeah.
The radio commentary I was listening to said it wasn't an injury.
Yeah, I believe it was tactical, and so that would mean he's fit, I'd imagine. But
yeah, so we will see.
We'll see what happens. It'll probably be completely different anyway. Big question of the week is always score prediction.
I'm going to be positive, and I'm going to go for a high scoring 3-2 Gills. Because I don't think, even if I put the kids out, I don't think we will keep a clean sheet.
We haven't kept on for ages, have we?
Folkestone, isn't it, the last one?
Should have thought this through, shouldn't I? I've gone for Gillingham 2, Bolton Wanderers 0. My goal scorers are Mika Mandron and Mika Anjoli. The Mikhail's at the double. Goal scorers?
I had Mandarin for 2 and I was unsure about the third.
So he's going for, he's going to go for Ollie Lee off
I'm
the
going to
bench.
go, one of the subs, potentially.
There we go. Entertainment of the highest value, if Boz is correct. Not sure the ticker will be particularly enjoying it. Right, as always, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Obviously, we wish we didn't have to talk about the Bury situation, but it is happening and it is there in the media. We have to talk about it. So hopefully, moving forward, they can find some comfort, or you just pray that the EFL would do something. If the money's there, surely you can let. I mean, it's not changed. It's not changed games again, has it? It's not like they've missed another 2 or 3. But I suppose the flip side is if you've got a deadline, where do you have to draw the line eventually? Which is why I went with Bolton again, because they had the same deadline. That's my opinion. Exactly. Everyone has different ones. Let's not fall out about it. Biggest thing is obviously to all Bury fans out there, we hope that one day, sooner rather than later, we do see you again. And you know where we are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter. We will see you Saturday. We believe all 3 of us will be there for Gillingham versus Bolton Wanderers. And until next time, up the Gills.